Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What's going on? Happy Friday. Yeah, hang out late night hangout with the Crypto Siege. Keith's giving the error message. Yeah, that's odd. I see your message there, John Doe. We got a call message from Danny Loth earlier today. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can definitely see it. Definitely see the chat. I don't know why that message is coming up with that, but you guys know how YouTube is. What in the world? Good to see you, John Doe. Cookie Mutt, what's going on, my friend? Life is good. Life is good. Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a good night. I gotta tell you, if you're a Denzel fan, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for you. Home-based income 101. How are you? Wow, I got you early. Hello, all. I hope everyone is holding very tight to the XRP. I'm getting impatient. You think you're getting impatient, huh? Yeah. What there's just been some of us been holding on to this thing for 3+ years. 3+ years. Carson Koch is here. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Kev Cleveland. What's good? What's good with you, bro? John Dill say KK. Yeah, that's what we say at home too. KK. KK. What is going on, guys? So Ripple responds to the lawsuit. Interesting stuff. Brad Garlinghouse, yeah. He is seemed like he's a bit fired up. Not good, Chrissy. It left us hanging. It was just I'm not sure why he did the movie. Yeah, we were severely disappointed, unfortunately. What's going on, Wi-Fi? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you guys tonight. Yeah, I heard about that, Crypto Rogers. I read that the Wall Street Bets Group were going to push XRP actually on February 1st. Yep, I heard, I heard the same thing. I'm just excited for XRP. I was watching DIY investing today and going over some charts and some TA, and so it's looking good from a TA perspective as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. Interesting timing for the response from Brad and Stuart Alderati. We'll go over that as well. Interesting stuff. So, hey, Siege, great to see you again, brother. Just happened to be on YouTube, but was wondering, could you post a going live in 30 minutes or something like that so we don't miss your awesome content? Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely do that. I need to do that more often. Use the community tab or something because the notifications is just sometimes with YouTube is not the best. We're talking about, hey, Keyless, how are you, miss? We're talking about Denzel's movie, The Little Things. Yeah. On the first, huh? You think it's going to happen on the first, huh, John Doe? I plan on selling a little XRP if it goes to $5 on the first, huh? We'll see. We'll see what happens there. I don't know how that's going to happen, but we'll see. Yeah, I just saw it. I didn't see it, but I just saw a notification Chrissy Fouts about this video. Mickey Be Fresh has a channel and goes over ways you can put your spark to work. Yes, he does. I just saw the latest video. Not saw it. I just saw a notification of the latest video, but I have not watched it yet. Yeah, I hear you. Uh, home base income 101. Yeah, I went through that for a while, getting emails from everywhere. I was like, I had to cut that out. What's going on, Jay Coin? Good to see you. So let's check the market real quick. Make sure this is up to date. 35,000. No, why did I say that? Bitcoin oh man, 35,000. Now it's 32,000. Yeah. Ethereum's at 1330. XRP is 28 cents. Polkadot $16. Chainlink's $22. Cardano is at 33 cents. Bitcoin Cash, they're $391. Stella's at 28 cents. Binance 14. Binance is $42.61. And Uniswap is just, wow, what is going on? Uniswap. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. $15.20. And on the 7-day, it's up 75%, which is not bad, right? 75% on the 7-day is not bad. Makes me want to do something with my uni. Oh boy, I gotta tell you. Maybe I need to use some of that uni to get some Polkadot. What do you think? Don't have any Polkadot. Don't have any Polkadot. So anyway, guys, that's kind of where the market is. Let's share the screen. We're going to go over some stuff from Brad Garlinghouse and Stuart Alderati. Any of you guys hold uni? Let me check on that first. Let me see. Does anyone hold uni? I know, you're right, Keyless. Denzel, bad. What? Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, Trevor LeConte? Yeah, it was 35,000. Now it's 32,000. Yeah, John Doe, we'll see, right? We shall see if what happens, if it works, or a $5 XRP, above the all-time high. Maybe it's just really the timing. I got to tell you, I came across an article. GameStop shares, 5-count felon JP Morgan could have made upwards of $174 million yesterday. I have a tweet that says that Michael Berry guy made hundreds of millions of dollars on the whole GameStop thing. In any case, anyway, let me cover this because that just gets me. Is it right here? Here it is. Let's go back. Brad Garlinghouse. Here it is. I don't know if anybody covered this on YouTube today or not. I'm not sure. Our defense begins today. Innovation is on trial, and we stand shoulder to shoulder with our partners and the community to defend it. Together with appropriate regulatory oversight, we can modernize outdated laws that clearly aren't working to protect consumers and ensure orderly markets. This is his response to Stuart Alderati, saying, today we filed our preliminary legal response to the SEC's complaint. With it, we start to set the record straight and correct many misconceptions and contradictions within their allegations. Our initial response was filed today. The answer is a legal document filed publicly, which, as the name suggests, is our official answer to the allegation. So, no other country has classified XRP as a security. The SEC is at odds with its counterparts in the US, CFTC, that type of stuff, and peers in other G20 markets. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why are they at odds? Because the US dollar, in my humble opinion, is the world's reserve currency, because the United States top banks are thriving on the correspondent banking model. It's that kicking and screaming thing we talked about. It's that kicking and screaming thing that we talked about, what, maybe 3 live streams ago about the US. US is kicking and screaming. Ripple never held an ICO, nor did we ever sell or offer XRP as an investment. For 8 years, XRP has traded in an open market independent of Ripple. We also filed a Freedom of Information Act request, a Freedom of Information Act request asking how the SEC determined ETH evolved from a security to not a security. No explanation or guidance was given. Why? Well, how about that? We're simply asking for the rules to be, 1, stated clearly, and 2, applied consistently. We're not defending this case just for ourselves. We're fighting for everyone who has been hurt by the SEC's filing to restore order to the markets and, most importantly, for industry clarity. We will push to get this case resolved as quickly as possible. Okay? So remember that whole deal, right? This is, trust me when I tell you, I personally believe that if Ripple wants to get it resolved quickly, the SEC definitely wants to get it resolved quickly, because it's a stench. It's this cloud over the head that doesn't look good for the SEC, in my opinion. So for our legal filing, see here. But isn't that interesting? I think I already have this up, but I'll do it anyway. I bet you it's the same thing. Yep, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? So I just feel like the SEC definitely wants to get this taken care of. So what do you think about that? We also filed a Freedom of Information Act request. My goodness, if I could speak today. A Freedom of Information Act request asking how the SEC determined ETH evolved from a security to not a security. I didn't know that. So for me, this statement is massive. And this other thing, we will push to get this case resolved as quickly as possible. Oh, well, we look at here. Status, XRP underscore Crow did a little kind of highlights for us. We don't have to read. I tried reading that thing earlier today. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Yeah, not my thing. XRP is a virtual currency and thus outside the SEC's jurisdiction. Ripple has never entered a contract for an investment with any holders of XRP. Ripple never held an ICO, never offered future tokens to raise money, and has no relationship with the vast majority of XRP holders. Holding XRP does not mean a person receives a portion of Ripple's revenue or profits. Ripple's XRP sales amounted to far less than 1% of the massive XRP market that has grown over the last 8 years, and apparently, I believe, over 1.8 billion or something like that. The XRP ledger on which XRP actually moves is completely decentralized. The SEC ignores the economic reality of an XRP transaction. Ripple's XRP holdings do not create an investment contract any more than the De Beers holdings convert diamonds into securities. Great job, Status. Thank you for sharing that. Isn't that interesting? I find that to be fascinating that they filed the Freedom of Information Act request about how they determined that ETH evolved. And they refused to give them anything. How does that work? What's going on, Legendary? Good to see you, my friend. Bro XRP is in the building. Legendary, got some extra mods to help you tonight, my friend. So what is going on there? So that I don't know. What is Monday the 1st? Is this why they're saying the 1st? Let me see the calendar here. Monday is the 1st. Okay. Again, interesting thing about the timing of this response. XRP and the TA perspectives looking really, really good. Anyone find it interesting that Wall Street Bets is apparently looking to do something for XRP? Anybody find that interesting? What do you think about that, bro, XRP? Don't you find that a little interesting that the Web Street Bets is looking to do something with XRP on February 1st? I love that they did that they are asking communication between the SEC and ETH, for example. I would imagine there will be a lot of contradictions on SEC's part without question. Okay, without question. Wi-Fi Lifestyle Review says the SEC is a puppet to the shadow government, which is and will remain the Federal Reserve and central banks. They're just prolonging the inevitable adoption, trying to hang on to the old corrupt system. That's exactly right. Now, and I'm not sure if Ripple, when they decided that, hey, let's make a better Bitcoin, that this is what they were going to be doing, right? I don't think Arthur Brito, Jeb Caleb, and David Schwartz, when they were thinking, we could, Larson, we could make a better Bitcoin, like Bitcoin 2.0. Yeah, we'll call it Ripple. I don't think that they thought that they were going to be doing this, right? But lo and behold, this is exactly what they're doing, right? I don't think they expected that this was the fight that they were going to be taking on, but it is Wi-Fi reviews exactly the fight that they're taking on. It really, really is. And if you read this little thing here about what's going on Wall Street, that actually involves the SEC. yeah. It's not good. It's not good. Melvin Capital and the market and how it's just rigged. It's disgusting. Like, it's completely disgusting. Hopefully the Senate hearing is going to do something, but I don't know. Hold hearings on the current state of the stock market. I wonder what for. So in any case, isn't that interesting that they asked for that and they wouldn't give them anything? Well, so how is it that, how did Ethereum be able to move over from a security to a non-security? Well, I mean, we'd like to know, can you give us some guidance? And they wouldn't offer up any information. And this is true, right? Because Stuart Alderati certainly is not going to put that out publicly if it's not the case. Right? I mean, what do you think about that, guys? They asked, hey, seems like you gave the blessing and you gave that nod for ETH that was a security. They transitioned somehow to not being a security. Can you kind of give us some stuff? What's the blueprint for that? We'd like to see what's going on there. And they didn't do it. Yeah, and when you tie in Robinhood Wi-Fi with Melvin Capital, wow, it's some even suggest that Robinhood was created by Melvin Capital for JP Morgan, which is crazy in itself, but I find that interesting. Just tuned in. What's going on, Buddha Bless 302? Could you give a brief rundown on what you've covered so far, please? Yeah, we're talking that Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse and Stuart Alderati just publicly let everyone know that they filed a response to the SEC. And it is up on Twitter. And we just went through it, which was very, very interesting, the things that Stuart Alderati shares. Very, very interesting. Nurse Judy, delete Robinhood. They just crossed into territory of no return. I hear you, Nurse Judy. Good to see you. Another lady of crypto is in the building tonight. Appreciate you being here. Where are you checking in from, Nurse Judy? Chrissy Fowl says, when you are taking money away from banks that make billions from average people in just transactions and overdraft fees, they had to know they were be in trouble. Yeah, I think it's like, because originally they didn't know where they were going to go. They were at a crossroads there. Do we go down this payments thing, or we go down the smart contracts thing? And that's when Brad was there. And so Brad wasn't there in the beginning. He wasn't there because they were trying to figure out, what are we going to do with this ledger, and what are we going to do with XRP? Like for years, they were trying to figure out, what are we going to do with it? And when Brad got there, they were at the crossroad there. Smart contracts. Well, really look like smart contracts, and this CODIS thing this could be the thing in payments, cross-border payments. Then they decided to go down there. And boy, oh boy. Yeah, big fight for sure. VKHD, hello from the UK. Hello to you, VKHD. Luna the Alpha, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Texas is in the house. Very cool. Very cool. We love to hang in Dallas for sure. Considering moving to Austin. The life of King Wage, Robinhood is trash. So, for me, this definitely, I have one stock, whatever you want to call it, MoneyGram. That's it. That is it in the market. That's it, right? No other plays. And it's so disgusting to read what they're doing. That's what I'm going over right now, Killis. That letter, official, the response to that. Oh, to the employees of Ripple. Siege, have you seen Moon Lambo's video? He covered a letter about the official lawsuit response that was sent to the employees of Ripple. Well, I think it's the same thing that I have here, because Stuart already put a link to it. Jerryville Hall sent me. Oh, wow, very cool. Jerry's a good dude. Good to see you, Leeds Adis. Good to see you. That's exactly right. Ripple and XRP. Nurse Judy says Ripple and XRP, two different things. The SEC's grabbing for straws. Let's make that an example out of them. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. It's interesting. It's going to be real interesting to see how that is. Now, I don't speak, the whole lawyer talk. So I think Status did it the best, covering some points from Ripple's response. But I mean, here it is here. And I was trying to read this early today. Some interesting stuff. Preliminary statement. It's a lot of stuff. It's a bunch of pages, but it's all lawyer talk, right? It's all legalese talk. Let me see something. What's at the bottom of this thing? I mean, it's 93 pages. Ripple presently has insufficient knowledge or information about which to form a belief as to whether there may be other as yet unstated defenses available for Ripple, and therefore expressly reserves in accordance with applicable law to go back if they need to get some stuff. What's this fifth defense thing? Even were the court to find that XRP constitutes a security or investment contract within Section 5 of the Securities Act, plaintiff's claim against Ripple is barred in whole or in part because Ripple's distribution of sales of XRP were exempt from the registration requirements of the Security Act. Fifth defense, sixth defense. Okay, and what is this defense stuff about here? Fourth defense, lack of due process and fair notice. Third defense, no likelihood of future violations. Second defense, XRP is not a security. Okay, affirmative defenses. Ripple alleges, asserts, and states the following defenses as separate and distinct defenses to the complaint. By virtue of alleging these further defenses, Ripple does not assume any burden of proof, persuasion, or production not otherwise legally assigned to it. First defense, failure to state a claim. The complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief may be granted. Second defense, XRP is not a security. Ripple did not violate Section 5 of the Securities Act because XRP is not a security or an investment contract, and Ripple's distribution or sales of XRP are non-investment contracts. No registration was required in connection with any distribution or sale of XRP by Ripple. The third defense, no likelihood of future violations. The relief requested in the complaint is inappropriate in whole or in part because the complaint fails to allege a reasonable likelihood of future violations by Ripple. The fourth defense, lack of due process and fair notice. Ripple did not have and plaintiff failed to provide fair notice that its conduct was in violation of law in contravention of Ripple's due process rights. Due process requires that laws give a person of ordinary intelligence a reasonable opportunity to know what is prohibited. Here, due to the lack of clarity and fair notice regarding defendants' obligations under the law, in addition to the lack of clarity and fair notice regarding plaintiff's interpretation of the law, Ripple lacked fair notice that its conduct was prohibited. The lack of fair notice to Ripple was exacerbated when in May of 2015, Ripple entered into a settlement with the United States Department of Justice and FinCEN that described XRP as a convertible virtual currency and that expressly permitted future sales and distributions of XRP, including in secondary markets, provided they were conducted by a money services business registered with FinCEN and in compliance with federal laws and regulations applicable to money service businesses. Upon information and belief, plaintiff knew of that 2015 settlement, and yet for years after, plaintiff provided defendants with no clear notice that in plaintiff's view, the defendant's prospective XRP sales as permitted by the agreement would nevertheless constitute a violation of another federal law. The lack of fair notice to Ripple was further exacerbated when in June of 2018, the plaintiff's then director of corporation finance told virtual currency purchasers that the agency did not consider the virtual currencies, Bitcoin or Ether, to be securities and would put aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether and look instead at the present state of Ether. Ripple and other reasonable observers further reasonably understood those remarks to indicate that the plaintiff would permit present-day sales of virtual currencies given the current market condition of XRP. The fifth defense is the exemption from registration. Even where the court defined XRP constitutes security, or investment contract within Section 5 of the Securities Act, the plaintiff's claim against Ripple is barred in whole or in part because Ripple's distribution or sales of XRP were exempt from the registration requirements of the Securities Act and or the regulations promulgated thereunder. Lack of extraterritorial authority. The sixth offense. The plaintiff lacks extraterritorial authority over all or some of the transactions alleged in the complaint that took place outside the United States and were made on foreign exchanges. Wow. And they are going to do statute of limitations. It's the seventh offense. The plaintiff's claim and plaintiff's request for civil monetary penalties are barred in whole or in part by an applicable statute of limitations. Well, there you go. There it is right there. They're kind of putting out the defenses, I guess, that they will look to make an argument with. Isn't that interesting? That is interesting, huh? So there you go, guys. That's some interesting stuff right there. Well, thank you, little Addies. I appreciate that. Larry Forgotti is here. What's going on, Larry? How are you? Mario Rodriguez checked in. Good to see you. Matt is in the building. What's good, my bro? Haven't seen you in a while. Don't forget, guys. February 1, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so we're gonna see how that works out, right? Yeah, it's time to work and it's time to hang out solely in the decentralized world. Tokenized stocks, stuff on the blockchain. That's where we need to hang out. Yeah, that's right, Chrissy. If they pump XRP on Monday, that'll make my weekly reward from Celsius look awesome. Yep. That's right, Wi-Fi. You're right about that. The thing with this SEC case is they're not calling for XRP to be deemed a security. Therefore, the judge cannot deem it to be. There are also no fraud charges. DOJ and FinCEN virtual currency. Yeah, exactly. What's going on, RB? Good to see you, my friend. You're absolutely right about that Wi-Fi. I do like it's interesting the defenses that they're talking about. That obviously they're going to argue those defenses, those 7 defenses in court. That is interesting, to say the least. Let's see. So that is very, very interesting, to say the least, that they're going to do that. Those particular defenses. You say they don't even have jurisdiction. But that big chapter on, not the fair notice, it's pretty interesting, right? That's a pretty interesting one, saying they didn't have fair notice. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes. It's very, very interesting. And I'm sure, I'm surprised the attorneys have not weighed in on this on Twitter. We got the John Deaton. We got the other guy, Jesse Hines, as well. I'm surprised. We haven't heard anything from those guys, but it is Friday. It is the weekend. So we'll see if we get some responses. Some YouTube videos on this. Ripple defense conclusions look good so far. Yeah, they do look good. So we'll see how that goes, guys. But that is it right there in a nutshell. Yeah, Stuart Alderati, I got to tell you, that was some. I just find to me that's interesting. when he said this here. We also filed a Freedom of Information Act requesting how the SEC determined ETH evolved from a security to not a security. No explanation or guidance was given. Why? We're simply asking for the rules to be, number one, stated clearly, and number two, applied consistently. Yep. That's some interesting stuff here. I gotta tell you, that is some interesting, interesting stuff. Antonio Lopez is in the building. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Brave browser is decentralized, correct? It sure is. Yeah, part of that is they're saying that maybe they were in the beginning and aren't now. But I just think that ultimately the SEC, for me, just wanted to slow ripple down. Oh, so that's the deal. People are supposed to be buying XRP at 8:30 Eastern time to hope it goes up. Phantom Beat, what's going on, my friend? Because Wi-Fi says conspiracy theories say this is all theater and Ripple is part of the new world order. What are your thoughts on that, brother? I can see that angle. Oh, I don't know. Like I don't know. It's hard to. It's really hard to say. It really is hard to say. Harmony looks like it is going to blow up. Non-financial advice. I comment purely for entertainment. What's going on, Alex? Alex Vlogs. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. 1000% says after selling after a while. Yes, I don't know. I mean, I'll be up and see what's kind of going on. The TA guy saying is the market, the charts are looking good. Thank you, Alex. Even if they are going to be winning, why isn't Siege resting up? I know you're right about that, Antonio. RB Glover's in the building. Good evening to you, my friend. Good to see you. So, Ian, that would be very, very interesting. Wouldn't it be funny if they declared XRP to be not a security and Ether to be a security? Yeah. So, we're going to see what's going on, but I do like the fact that they're, Ripple said, Stuart Outer said they're looking to resolve this quickly. So maybe they all say that. I don't know, but I think we're going to get an answer about this sooner than what people are expecting. I really, really do. Mooning tonight, XRP for real. Indeed, Monday's going to be real interesting. Alex Evox, thank you so much for supporting the channel, brother. I appreciate that big time. Ninja Pants is here. What's going on? Nurse Judy is on it. Theta is on my radar. Phantom had a good pump this week. Dent is running 50% increase right now. How about that? I heard a couple of some good positive about Phantom. I don't have any of those tokens. Yeah, the pump group. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, back at you, Alex. Back at you, brother. Yeah, Chrissy Fowles. Yeah, absolutely. Just reach out to me, and I'll put a I'll put a link to it as well in the description. It's a good kind of reference to get some information, watch a short little 3-minute video and hear some testimonials and the like, but it's going great for me. Where am I? Yeah, but yeah, definitely reach out to me before you do anything. Is that it? That is not it. Was that it? Um, that was not it. Let me try this. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know what that other thing was. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, indeed. Alex Yeet is here. Did you see, did you say you Yeet like is yeah, he is here. What's going on, bro? Good to see you. Mr. Level Up CAC, we have gaps to fill. Yeah. Daniel was in the building when I'm driving you around on. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully soon, Daniel. Hopefully soon, my friend. Cosmos, Cosmos. So, yeah, I got some of that dry powder on the side just in case, kind of see what's kind of going on. We'll see what's going on with Monday. We'll see. We'll see. Right? I mean, all we can do is kind of, we'll see. I was reading, going over micro insiders today, and Raul Powell had some interesting thing about the risk reward for XRP was really, really good. It's really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. He's a smart guy. He really is a really, really smart guy. He really, really likes the risk reward with XRP. Are you talking Cosmos like an atom, Luna? Thank you, Home Biz 101. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that big time. It's work to stay updated and to go live often. Thanks. I listen to you when delivering Uber Eats and Grubhub, one of many channels. Well, thank you, Home Base Income 101. And I love that side hustle. I love the hustle for sure. Keep doing it. I love the hustle. That's how we started. We originally started as a side hustle and became our full-time thing. So good for you. Good for you. Nurse Judy says real vision is priceless. Indeed. Yeah, I like Cosmos. I don't own any. I own a very, very small amount of Atom. But I like the things that they're doing with the IBC. A lot of people like with the protocol. What's going on? BC Backer calls one more huge alt pump like those just did, and we're all in alt season. Yeah, I mean that dominance has to change. It has to change Wi-Fi, right? That BTC dominance is still in the 60s, right? I mean, it's still 62%. So that has to kind of change for us to kind of be in the full bloom, right? That's been my experience. I mean, I've only been in since 2016, but that's been my experience. BTC dominance has got to start getting in the mid 50s and right in the mid 50s for that stuff to kind of take place. So we'll see. I think it's interesting that this whole pump XRP, and I thank you again, Home Base Income. I appreciate that big time. Somebody won $100? Who won $100? Nurse Judy's. When BTC dominance drops below 60%, also will soar. Yep. Danny Loaf is here. Is he in here? Oh, there he is, right there. Oh, there it is. What did I miss? I just won $100 in CKJ's crypto news. Too funny. Oh, how about that, Danny Loaf? Good to see you, brother. Ken Sims, smart man. I will follow you anywhere. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Chrissy, I sent you that. I put that link in there and my email as well. So if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out. I'll get Miss Crypto Seeds to answer some stuff for you. Danny Law 501. That's right, Danny. You're a winner, my friend. Keyless, any thoughts on BNT? I don't know anything about BNT. I've seen it. I don't know anything about it though. Danny is something. What's up with MATIC? Well, it's doing its thing. It's over 4 cents, Antonio. It is over 4 cents. I think that to me, that's for me, not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to do with your money for sure, right? I'm not a financial planner at all. But I think MATIC, for me, I think MATIC is a sleeper. I really, really do. Yeah, it's 4 cents, 4.2 cents. Right now, I mean, the market's doing some interesting stuff. I mean, BTC was just 35,000. Yeah, it's not now. It's 33,000. I thought it was just 35,000. It's 33,000 now. So MATIC and EGLD. I mean, EGLD is at 65. It's close to up to 1,000% since they did that token economics thing. It's at 65 cents. And do you want to talk about some next level blockchain technology? Elron has it. EGLD has it. EGLD definitely has it, guys. Thank you so much for smashing the likes. I definitely appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Edward Franz Klowski says, I watched Danny win. Congrats. Danny is the one. Mario Rodriguez, any advice? Started with Celsius, but it's hard to understand. Really? So what do you mean by that, Mario? Well, that would be nice. A 2-year bull market. What in the wide world? Antonio Lopez, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. 360 Trader says we have a 2-year bull market until September of 2022. Interesting. Ren is one of my larger holdings. I'm good with the 2-year. Nurse Judy, you're on Celsius also. You know what you're doing, huh? You definitely know what you're doing. I'm an ambassador for the Celsius platform, so I'm excited to hear you say that. Definitely got some MATIC on Celsius. I mean, they lowered the APY, but it's still great. Daniel Martinez, what's good, brother? Let's go. Yeah, and I'll make sure that I get you that code too. Home-based income 101. They changed it. You know, the links is just for Celsius.network, then it's a code. And I appreciate you doing that. I'm really excited. Of course, you know, Alex today was going to talk about, you know, what happened with the Wall Street bets and Reddit. And there's the code, the referral code for Celsius, home-based income. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. XRP Joe, always checking in late. Never late, bro. How is everyone? Everyone's great, man. Good to see you. Celsius, BlockFi, Crow, all making. Yep. I don't do anything with BlockFi or Crow, but I am a big fan of Celsius. For sure, Nurse Judy. I recommend the Crypto Life for technical analysis. He will run through all of your coins. Okay, gotcha. So guys, look, you mean it's great to see Ripple come with this response. You know, they come on the Friday. Apparently, this came out earlier today. I'm hoping that one of the attorneys, whether it be Jesse Hines saying something about it on Twitter, or the other guy who has the YouTube channel, I forget his name right now, if he'll come out and do a video or something, kind of going over the lawsuit, because, you know, he'll be able to pick out some stuff where, you know, we can't grab this just now to have a piece of history of the day. It all fell apart. Blockchain backer is excited about Wall Street bets and the stuff that happened there. For sure. How was the AMA today, Danny Love, with Celsius? It was pretty good. You know, it was pretty good. They added AVE, which is cool. It's going to be 7.51% APY for AVE. I mean, that was good with Celsius. Of course, he talked about, look, the only answer to anything going on with Wall Street is to be in the decentralized world, and that certainly starts with Celsius. And I agree in large part, right? You can't change that game over there. It's just the Wall Street thing is it's rigged against the average retail investor, right? You know, it's just rigged against them big time. And so until we can get stuff on a ledger where it's transparent and it's immutable, and we can check, where we can, you know, monitor and know that the trading is legit. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Celsius does have the best rates, especially net when you consider taxes and I mean fees and all that stuff, because Celsius has no fees. XRP Joe says, yes, I'm a huge fan of Celsius myself. They help me in a tremendous way, and I will always be grateful. There you go. I remember you telling me that story, XRP Joe. Thanks for sharing, my friend. Uh, Briefly explain Celsius, Travis. Well, Celsius is a platform that allows you to earn interest or yield on your assets. Yes, he did say that, Danny. He was interesting. Yeah, he was at a conference or an event, and he's like, "Yeah, you want me to kumbaya with the banks and stuff?" Yeah, and he said, "F that." It was 11,000 people in the audience. Uh, yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. Uh, but yep, I'm about to move my Ave. Okay, good for you. I don't have any. You got some, Chrissy. That's good for you. Well, it all depends. Wi-Fi Siege. Do you see yourself moving from Celsius to what Flare Finance, to what Flare or Flare Finance and the whole ecosystem will be? I know you're an ambassador. Well, it depends. It definitely all depends on what Celsius is going to do. I do think that Celsius is going to figure out a way to keep XRP hold. Personally, I believe that they're going to figure out a way to keep XRP holders on Celsius, right? So however that looks or what that looks like, that's what I believe. I don't know how they'll do it with Flare. I mean, with Flare Network. Um, Whether it be they're going to have a bunch of the Spark tokens themselves, and you know, become an agent, right? Right, because Celsius can become an agent, or one of the other things, right? So because Celsius has a bunch of XRP as well, right? So we'll see how they're going to navigate it. But my guess would be their move would be to, once you know this whole SEC thing is over, that their Celsius move is going to be to figure out a way to keep the holders on there. Even though today he said, look, if you want to get the Flare Finance, the D-Flare thing, uh, you move your Spark over there, but I don't know when is your Spark going to be available to you to move, and is it going to be within that week period, from Flare Networks launching and Flare Finance doing their airdrop. So he says, he said he's going to let his lawyers, XRP Joe. Do you happen to know if we still have if we will still have XRP on Celsius, even though the trading is halted? Are we earning staking rewards? Yes, we are earning rewards right now. They lowered them, but they lowered them based on whether they can get yield or not. Everything's dependent upon the yield. But he says that they're monitoring very, very closely. It's lawyers and the likes. And if they have to make a move with XRP, they will, but they'll let us know. But right now, yeah, you're still earning interest. Yeah, Danny, I saw him. I know he's a tester, and I think Jungle is, and I think so is King Solomon. They're all beta testers, and I think uh, Crypto said today that you can email them if you still, no, that was for Celsius. Never mind, that was for Celsius. John Smalls, is it decentralized? Is Celsius decentralized? It's kind of in between. You know, it's kind of in between. Yeah, I absolutely love the platform. Love the mission. You know, when a platform is willing to give you 80% of the revenue, not the profit, revenue, is pretty massive. Pretty massive. How many does they work with? I think it's close to 40 assets. Antonio Lopez, pretty up to 40. I'm pretty sure. It might be 30, but let me check. XRP Anon, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. The stock and crypto markets are being exposed as the playground for the elite, indeed. If they are not in on the short, they will block you from making money, indeed. Changely's been around for a while, Ian Carter. I don't know what the rates are, how well, if they've come down. They used to be high. Can you please tell me your opinion on Changely? I live in NYC, where a lot of exchanges and coins are not available. I use their services to get coins that I can't normally get. Yeah, so have you tried loopring.io, and do you have a VPN? That beta testing gives you a great edge over the herd after launch. Yeah, it does. It really does. And yeah, I don't know if they're letting any more people, Danny, do the beta testing. Let me see. Yes, Mario, you can transfer tokens from Coinbase to Celsius. Nurse Judy's like, New York, no bueno, get out as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm born and raised in New York, but I don't live there. And yeah, it's very challenging. What is going on here? It's very challenging to, you know, those restrictions. I just like, what is going on? Why are the restrictions going on there? Let me put this, there it is. That's right, XRP Joe. Just make sure when you transfer your crypto, you use all the appropriate tags. That's right. Use the tags for sure. And pay close attention to the messages that Celsius, you know, when you're doing stuff on the Celsius app, they always give you a message. Make sure it is. So make sure you read those messages because they tell you what they need. Except here, not. New York is for the elite, I'll tell you. Yes, loopring.io is essentially kind of like a just, you know, ETH, trade ETH into this or this into that. But KuCoin has, I know, you know, that KuCoin has been a favorite for people that might be having some issues, and you know, I use VPNs for security purposes. So a VPN allows you to, you know, kind of keep your stuff anonymous by picking locations. You can pick, you know, different locations other than the United States, right? And so this helps with the bad guys realizing where you are in terms of your IP address and et cetera. And I know people tend to use VPNs in KuCoin a lot, like a lot of people in the US. And the KYC is, you know, it's really like a K of a KYC, which is pretty interesting. So, because You know, yeah, they don't care about that, right? KuCoin, just like Mr. Yoshitaka Tao said today, according to Crypto Eddie, Mr. Katao said, Japan don't care a crap about what's going on in the SEC in the US. Japan is moving forward with Ripple and Money Tap. And it's like he literally said, Japan, that doesn't affect us at all. We're moving forward. We love this thing. So, you know, Antonio Lopez says KuCoin is great. There's Killis right there. No problems with KuCoin. Never had a problem. I've never had a problem with KuCoin. What am I doing here? What's this going on? Never had a problem with it. You know, problem with KuCoin? No. I've used KuCoin for a while. Never had any issues. Love KuCoin. They have a lot of stuff no one else has. They really do. They really do. I've never had a problem. The UI, UX, whatever it is, works pretty smooth, no issue. And yeah, the whole, again, for me, that their KYC is like K, it may be a KY. But in any case, yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's not. For me personally, Nurse Judy, I just think that this thing is, they're so far behind with everything, right? With everything, and the VPN is for security purposes, right? VPN is to help keep the bad guys out, right? And so, oh, your KuCoin got hacked. Some of your funds got locked up. I couldn't move my one for a while. Yeah, I remember that. And their chat option is instant. If you're confused, you just ask and they help you. Really, I've never used the I've never used their chat. Interesting stuff there. So guys, there it is in a nutshell. I hope you guys are continuing to hodl strong. We'll see what happens Monday for sure. I'll be checking in tomorrow, I'm sure with you guys as well. But it's an interesting time for sure. I'm supposed to answer how many assets. Let me see for my guy here. Let me see. How many assets on 1, 2. Let me see, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Yeah, so right now, 37. 37, yep, so nearly 40. And they just added Aave there, and you can earn 7.51% on the Aave. So hodl strong, guys. I'm waiting for this Bitcoin dominance to get below 60%. Then I'll begin to really get excited for sure. Absolutely be able to get excited for sure. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you so much for supporting the channel with the super chats and smashing that like. That is really awesome. I appreciate it. And if you can get a chance to smash the like on the way in, please smash the like on the way out. That's how we let YouTube know that we like the channel and want to get the channel out to other people. So listen, guys, have a great night. Remember, Uphold and BitTrue, if you want to continue to trade XRP, they're still allowing you to do that. Looks like February, late February is the desktop version, Chrissy, for Celsius. Late February. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next time. See you guys.